Today is Thursday, the 40th day of the Omer, which is 5 weeks and 5 days, and it's under the heading of Hod shebayesod. Hod, which means splendor, but actually is associated with the quality of humility. Shebayesod, that is within bonding. And in order to have good and healthy and long-lasting bonding, you definitely need humility, because arrogance divides, it separates people. And also when a person is trying to serve his own needs, his own desires, that's not something that will benefit the long-term bonding. Humility would be something that would add a lot more to the relationship and to the bonding and brings people together. The parasha that we're going to be reading this week is Parashat Bechukotai. In Bechukotai is a section that is the tochecha, the rebuke. And the parasha begins by telling us that if you follow the mitzvot, there will be all these blessings that will happen. And if the reverse is, if you do not follow the mitzvot, there are repercussions and there are very serious consequences. And the Torah lists some very serious consequences of not following the words of the Torah. But the first pasuk, Im bechukotai telechu, if you follow my statutes, veit mitzvotai tishmeru, and if you observe my commandments, va'asitem otam, and you'll perform them, then the next pasuk, v'natati gishmechem beitam, I'll give you rain in their time, v'natena aretz yevula, and the land will yield its produce, v'etz hasadeh iten piryo, and the field will give food, the tree of the field will give forth its fruit, and then it goes on with many blessings in the opening section of the parasha. But Rashi explains there seems to be a redundancy here. It says, "In bechukotai telechum," if you follow my statutes, ve'etz mitzvotai tishmeru, and you will keep my mitzvot. Isn't it the same thing? And Rashi explains, I might have thought that this chukotai telechu is referring to observing the Torah, to the commandments. But it says, ve'etz mitzvotai tishmeru, that if you observe my mitzvot. So therefore Rashi explains, what it means is that you should be involved and you must invest effort in the study of Torah. So telechu, which means that you will be involved in learning Torah. Mitzvot is only part of the formula. The very important aspect to be complete is actually the first statement, which is to learn Torah. And learn Torah in order to what? Va'asitem otam, in order to fulfill them, in order to apply what you learn in terms of the mitzvot. So here this first pasuk indicates to us the importance of learning Torah so that you're able to know what are the mitzvot, so that then you're able to fulfill them. And the purpose is to put into action what you learn in terms of the Torah, in terms of the mitzvot. But there is another also explanation. Im bechukotai telechu, that if you walk, if you follow, if you go, telechu means to walk, to step after step. Bechukotai, in my statutes. And this means that everything that we do, that the Torah should light our path, that we should do what the Torah wants us to follow. There are many times situations in life where a person has to make a decision. There are alternative courses of action. Which way do you do it, this way or that way? And in our lives, we have very often situations like that come up. From the very unimportant decisions to the major decisions. From the simple ones to the more complicated issues. While the pasuk says, bechukotai telechu, in everything that you do, go according to my statutes, to my commandments. Find out what the Torah would say. Ask that Torah. Ask your Rabbi, what is the correct way to approach this subject? And the Torah covers every aspect of life. Any subject that a person would encounter in his life would be covered by the Torah, by the halakha. Gemara, the Mishnah, halakha psuka. Ask what is that Torah and follow, just like it says, bechukotai telechu. You follow, you walk in the way of the Torah. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.